Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've not done a video for ages apart from my normal List 5 live, so I thought it would be a good opportunity. I've got kind of like, it's Saturday morning and I've got kind of like a normal sort of day of just cracking on and getting on with stuff. So I need to do packing. I've got about 20 things to pack. I want to do some listing and I desperately need to do some tidying. So I'm just going to whip through all of that and show you as I go. So I'm going to flip around and show you what a mess my room is in. And then I'll get on with the packing and show you what's sold and how it's being packed. Right, so this is the main room I work out of, and really my dream is that it's absolutely pristine and like minimalist and lovely, and of course it isn't. So what we have here is this is a load of stock that is not listed and is still being sorted through, sitting on a piece of cardboard from a box. There's various bits of rubbish that needs to be swept up. There's some listed stock there, so there's a Game Cube, I was calling them a Game Boy the other day, and a PS Slim, which have actually sold. They got listed very recently and got sold. There's an Amstrad monitor which hasn't been tested because I haven't got the computer to sort of test it with, put a signal through it. There's some ironing. This stuff is lights, which I'm not using at the moment, and wallpaper for packing. Some C64 games which were on my shelf, but I'm moving not to be on my shelf because they're just getting in the way. A big empty box, bubble mailers, brown paper, and this is stuff that has, get it in focus, stuff that has sold in the main, and that's what I'm packing. There's some listed stock. So it's a right old mishmash, needs a good old tidy up. And then this is my sort of table, got some, surface cleaner there, anti-bac, and that got listed yesterday, so it's got to be put away. And yeah, so just all needs a bit of a tidy up. And my dream is by the end of today that this is absolutely pristine. Everything's packed up and I've listed about 10 things on eBay. But we'll see what happens. Right, first couple of things I'm packing. A couple of easy ones, get me going. 3 graphic novels, Bell's Theorem. Quite a good sale. I think it was like 15 or 20 quid, something like that. Best British Board Game, £16.99. Pretty cheap, but only cost me £1. I'll wrap that in a bit of sort of like packing paper, like light packing paper, like stuff you get in shoe boxes, and then put a bit of card, stick it in a bubble mailer. That will just be brown papered. Yeah, I will crack on with that. Right, over easy peasy, took about 2 minutes. Well, maybe a bit more than that. Next couple, easy, nice pair of shoes, Fit Flop. Never heard of Fit Flop, but they sold for 35, 6, 7, something like that. And then this big thing, which I'm kind of like, oh God, how's that going to be packed? I think I'll just stuff it in an inner plastic bag, which I don't usually do. I like using paper on the, like for clothes and stuff on the inner, but hopefully I've got a big kind of inner bag, and then it'll be just stuck in a big, eBay mailer. I think that'll be the best way of doing it. I could box it, I guess, but you need a big old box for that, and it doesn't seem worth it really. All my plushies tend to go in just poly mailers. So yeah, it'll be sort of like stuffed into a couple of bags to give it a little bit of extra protection. Right, all done. Now I've got 4. I'm going to post print the labels off. I tend to sort of like do like a handful of stuff and then get it printed and done, just to feel like I'm achieving something really, and have a bit of a break from packing. Written the weight on there. This dinosaur's going to go Hermes because it's just a little bit big for Royal Mail, but it's under 1 kilogram, so it shouldn't be that much. So just going to print off the labels and then move on to some of this other tasty stuff. Right, on to the next 4. Got this nice T McLaren bag. I thought that might fly out actually at a good price, but it didn't. Been hanging around a while. Went for 22 plus postage, so 25 all in basically. This one went for 25 including the postage, so again I think that's like 21.99 plus 3.79, all around that sort of area. This is clothing which I would have got from a charity shop about 3 or 4 years ago. That's just been hanging around. When I used to buy clothing, I used to try and like to put it on for around about 15, something like that. This was a non-seller. I think it's gone for 6.99. Glad to get rid of it. Plus postage, I think, as well. So it may well go a small parcel. And this, it's like I've got a batch of these fire engines. I think that went for around about sort of 20, 30, something like that. I'm not too sure. I have to check that out. But yeah, these will all be small parcel. That might be large letter. Wine box for that. I will put single walled around that, and then probably double walled to give it like 3 layers of protection. And this one, might be Hermes, might not be. We will have to wait and see. Right, there we go. That's all that lot done. That's the McLaren bag. That's shrunk down quite nicely. Small parcel, I think. I'll give it a measure up. I managed to lose my ruler under here. Lots of stuff gets lost under there. That's the Minuet gold sequin top. That is the C64. No, it's not. That's the fire engine, which I double wrapped in a crisp packet box. I pick up loads of these from newsagents. Well worth for kind of internal packing. But I just doubled up on that one. And that's the C64, which I put in a wine box. As usual, things have just been like, I'm like a whirling dervish when I get going with my packing, and I get lots of loads of offcuts. And this is why the room becomes a mess. But what can you do? Right, after that hectic packing of 8 things, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. I think I deserve it, and maybe a biscuit, and then I'll come back and do the second half. And I will show you, which is an item which is possibly one of my biggest sales on eBay. It was 250, including the postage, around that, I think, maybe a snip under. But I'll show you that. But I've got some bigger stuff to pack, which I'm not looking forward to. Anyway, back after tea break. Okay, on to the next 4. I've got my cup of tea precariously placed on the edge of the packing table. Got my mince pie. I'm ready to go. This is a big, what do they call it? Enamelled pot, like a Le Creuset, but not Le Creuset. If it was a Le Creuset, I'd probably be asking around about £150 for that. That's where he is. I've been looking for him. He got taken off my store because I couldn't find him on the shelf when I did my last stock take. Anyway, so that, what is the make? Some other make, Chasseur, something like that. If it's not Le Creuset, you don't get the money for them. That went for £30. Can't remember how much I paid. Under 10, maybe 5. I have no idea. I have to check it out. Just goes to show, really, sometimes the name is everything. As is with this is an Apple printer. I bought this with a keyboard. The 2 of them cost £5. I remember that. I sold the keyboard ages ago. Can't remember how much. It was quite a sought after one. 40 maybe. This went for 17. So yeah, good little flip on that. Little Hot Wheels plug and play thingy. Listed this the other day. Sold the same day. £7.99 plus postage. So that's all right. And the vintage Cluedo. I think it went for like 20 quid or something, or 17, 20 quid, something like that, which surprises me. I've got some other Cluedos on which haven't sold, but that sold as well. So easy to pack. Probably big load of bubble wrap floated in a double walled box with paper around it. This I've sold quite a few Le Creuset lately, and I've been wrapping the lid and the pot separately. I've been using this stuff, which I actually got off Facebook Marketplace. Someone was chucking away a load of packing. It's like bubble wrap backed with like this fine stuff, really good stuff. It had on it packing for mirror, so obviously when these people were moving, they had that packed, use their mirrors, use that for packing the mirrors. So we'll wrap the lid and the pot separately in that, and then I'll wrap the whole thing in big bubble wrap. If I didn't have that sort of specialist bubble wrap, I'd again wrap it separately in bubble wrap and probably put a bit of cardboard in between the two and then tape them together. George Ross did a video the other day. He had a stereo and he uses the plastic wrap, same sort of thing. Keep it together. If that is in a box and it's rattling around, it's going to hit each other. It's going to break. Then it will be once it's in the bubble wrap, in a big bubble wrap ball. That'll be put in double walled box with a load of packing paper around it to float it. So yeah, not really looking forward to doing these, but got to get done. But I'm going to have this mince pie first. Here's that enamel pot all wrapped up. So I normally stick a few bits of cardboard, extra around the edge. It'll be absolutely surrounded by like sheets of newspaper, so it's probably like 30 sheets will go in there scrunched up, and then the box will be shrunk down, and that'll be that one done. Okay, I'm sick of packing, which normally happens after I've done about sort of a dozen or so things. The good thing is I'm doing it early in the weekend. Sometimes it's left till Monday morning. Want to list a couple of bits. Always like to list key to list every day really. Got a Sony two PS1s. This one's a standard one. I listed one of these the other day. I think I put it up for $26.99. It flew out, so maybe a little bit underpriced. One controller, power supply, AV lead. So I'll probably try that for 30. This is the audiophile version. Nice unit. Laser needed a clean. Wasn't reading discs, but just clean the laser with some alcohol. Yeah, so that's good. And this Viewmaster, which I've had great fun looking through all these discs. There's some Disney ones, which are kind of like models of Disney things. Very, and views of Venice and Sydney. And I think what is possibly a Bakelite Viewmaster in box. So they don't go for huge amounts, but there's a lot of these discs here. So I'm putting those, I've priced them up at I'll put £1 each on those, and with that, I think the whole bundle is going to be about 60 quid. So it's not a bad little listing at all. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to, tidying always does get bottom of the list. So hopefully do a bit of tidying, and then that'll be me for the day. Hope you enjoyed that. It's amazing how quickly the time goes. I mean, you have lunch or you just go and do something for half an hour, and you find the time seems to get away from you, and you feel like you don't get anything done. But I'm going to crack on working. Listening's a little bit difficult because it gets dark so early. So I might have to set on my lights, or I might just take some pictures and maybe add some additional pictures tomorrow, and get it on, get it done, sort of thing. But yeah, that was a fairly standard day. I'm glad I got a lot of that packing done, like I say, because it's early in the weekend. It's good to get these things done before they need to. I kind of think the ideal would be as soon as something sells, package it up and pile it up ready, but that never really happens. But anyway, if you like that, do click the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will no doubt see you on Monday for List 5 Live. And of course, I finished the video and I completely forgot I was going to mention about my biggest sale, and it was a Commodore computer, which is not unusual for me to sell that kind of thing, but the price was really, really good. I think it was because it was quite a good bundle I put with it. It's quite a lot of extras with it, and the initial pack was a rare version of a pack. So as usual, the box sells these kind of things. A bit of an unusual one, but like I say, it went for 237.49, I think, or something like that. I brought it down because of the slightly because of the offer on final value fees, which means I get a 10% discount on that, and it just tipped it over the edge. It looks like maybe someone's buying it for Christmas, for their other half or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, great sale. Surprised me. But if you don't try, you don't get. It would have been brought down if it hadn't sold. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. And this time, I'm going to end the video, and I'll see you later. Bye.